Okay, so in this video, I'm going to make a different point for once, okay? Everyone knows that I am an advocate of the landed gentry lifestyle, but guess what? In this video, I actually have other ideas that revolve around the city. Okay, let's get out of this way. And yes, this is also kind of a meme. It is not super factual advice. It's not financial advice. It's just some ideas, and I think they're cool. So here you go. And I understand city life isn't super horrible. Again, I understand it's also more efficient and stuff. I get it. And a comment on one of my last video made a lot of good counterpoints, which inspired this video. So thank you for that. And in this video, I want to make a point most people don't see, or at least most people don't see these days. I never thought I'd say this, okay? But Daddy Mollusk is right. He is a slimy fuck, okay, disingenuous piece of shit, okay, but he was right. He was right about AI, and it really will, quote unquote, take over. You see, ChatGPT was just proof of concept, okay? That is like basic test case shit, okay? There is much crazier stuff out there. Now, an example of this I would use would be Devin, which is basically ChatGPT, but imagine ChatGPT can make like another ChatGPT and then can compare which one is better or whatever the fuck. Imagine a program that can write a shit ton of programs at once and then test which one is the best program for your solution. You get the point. I think the NVIDIA CEO himself said something like, with our technology, a retard can do the stuff a genius used to do 50 years ago, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Will AI ever fully replace jobs? I don't know, and I don't think anyone does, but there is a pattern for sure. And this pattern is the fact that we are able to do more and more with less and less. With tools like ChatGPT, like I said before, a retard can have a website. Oh, and here's another thing. There are so many no-code website solutions nowadays as well. Think about gay shit like WordPress. Sure, it's bloated, but at the same time, a lot of idiots out there use it, and we have the processing power to run it. So yes, it is a solution. A horrible one, but it is a solution. In my opinion, HTML, just basic bitch HTML. Oh, Node.js. Oh, how beautiful. Whatever. You see, with tools like Devin, skills are just not required. Now, I'll give a quick example. I was doing a task where I had to take a CSV file and turn all of that into basically HTML text. I had 3 fields. I had the name, a position, and an email address. And I wanted to turn it into hashtags, markdown syntax. I have to turn into that. Now, you can use sed commands to do that. I think it takes about 2 sed commands, or you can use Vim macros. But you know what else you can do? You can use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can write the sed command for you. That will turn the 3 fields into like 3 spaced out lines or whatever. You see, there is some things that AI will never be able to do. And that is sustainable farming. That is why I bring it up so much. Regenerative farming is something robots just cannot do. Because if a robot is doing it, it is hyper optimized for quote unquote efficiency, which is just by definition not sustainable. Pastured farms are inefficient, and the food they produce is more expensive, but it is far more precious and sustainable. That is literally the trade-off. So you'll never have to worry about this job being replaced. Farmer Joel Salatin talks about this a lot. And enough about farming. Let's get on to the real juice, right? More than 90% of therapists are female. Okay, I don't know if it's exactly, most therapists are female. You see, AI might be able to text people well, but guess what? When you're down bad, you don't really want a robot. Imagine being able to have some kind of mentor or therapist/mentor. Why do you think Jordan Peterson got so popular? I mean, yes, I think he like misread some Canada bill about trannies or something, but you get the point. Part of the reason he got so popular is because he was some old man who told young men to clean their rooms. And the advice that man gives is mediocre. I mean, it's not bad, but it shows a market. There are a lot of men out there who need guidance. And if you can offer this guidance and you have a degree behind your ass, you can charge a good price. Being a male therapist is literally an asset because 1, there is a mental health crisis out there. That is a fucking fact. And 2, there are going to be male patients. And this is one area where you can use your gender as a positive asset. Yes, females are generally preferred everywhere, but in this one area, the counter trend is happening. You know how there's a lot of incentive to get women into STEM, right? Women into STEM, incentives, women power. There is no incentive to get men into HELP. Now, I don't know what HELP stands for. Something like health, education. I don't know what the L is. And P is probably psychology or something. You get the point. STEM is just a construct. There is no incentive to get men into things like education. That's another thing I'll talk about later. Loneliness. Like I said before, loneliness is rising. Now, this is the weirdest job on this list. It is also the most creative. So listen to this one. I once met an event planner, okay? Basically, she is a lady who hosts events. Okay, let me explain this. I know it sounds basic. She will book a venue at a bar or something. That event, she'll advertise that event on the internet, on this website called meet.sg or some shit. Sid gave me this example. And other social media sites. Usually every country has their own. Singapore has this thing called meet.sg. And tickets will be like $20 for males and $10 for females. Yes, pussy's in high demand. What the fuck can I say? That was a joke. Please don't kill me. Point still stands. If you have a network and you can advertise things like this, people who are lonely will give you crazy fucking business. This event was literally phrased as meet new people. Also attended different events similar to this. Not in Singapore, in other places. The event is a very basic concept. Okay? You would be surprised what types of people show up. It is actually surprisingly diverse. You'll get people of all ages, okay, you'll usually get wealthier people, but whatever. Now, yes, a lot of women don't show up. That is true, but you will find people under 25, okay? I met a university student there. So yes, you can find people. Now sure, you might not find Andrew Tate at these places because not a lot of young women go there. That is true. There aren't a lot of young women to traffic at these events, okay? That was a joke. But you see this event planner. Now we'll get into the real skill set. This event planner was charismatic. She knew how to easily talk to people and get them to warm up to each other and herself and re-invite them, right? She would literally stand there and facilitate interactions with other people. She would literally introduce people, and then she would even play things like matchmaker sometimes. Trust me, people will pay money for this shit, okay? It is not a joke. Imagine I came up to you and I said, hey, I can introduce you to your dream wife in the most dreamy, romantic, organic way, and I can get you into a really cool friend circle. Believe it or not, people in this era after 2010 will pay for things like this, okay? Imagine a master salesman, but saleswoman, I guess, in this case. Maybe being a woman is more advantageous in areas like this because people just trust you more, I guess, but whatever. She knew people very well. She could read them, and she had like some mentalist/Sherlock kind of skills, okay? This is something AI cannot replicate. You cannot replicate like human emotions through text. Emojis are gay. Shut the fuck up. That doesn't count, okay? A human can empathize with another human, okay? Most communication is non-verbal. Read influence. Have a face-to-face connection with people. And if you think about it, this is actually the best kind of advertisement, quote unquote, in the world because it has the highest success rate. This is part of a reason salesmanship is an actual job. When you go to things like a Ralph Lauren or whatever the fuck, and they have like that pretty girl over there who comes up to you and she persuades you to buy more things, that is salesmanship. Again, read influence. I'll put a picture of the book up. I don't remember the author. There are certain tricks and techniques that are almost universal. And if you know about them and you know how to use them, again, you can just make connections like crazy. Event planner, she had connections with the venue hosts and other people as well. So she got to book the place at a discount. People would come in and people would buy the drinks. And she got special rates and she reaped the entry fee. 20 plus people would show up every night. And what's 20 times 20? 400. Is that the best? Maybe not, but you get the point. There is business opportunity here. Okay, now we'll get into the other one. Teacher. Again, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but guess what? Which profession is in demand right now? Fucking teaching. Okay, now I know this is a weird one because a lot of learning, quote unquote, especially in universities, happens online. Think about it. If a textbook can teach a teenager, come on, now we have all sorts of like language processing modules, right? It's gotten even crazier. Schools might follow the trend by replacing teachers with AI. Might happen. I think IB is actually trying to do it. They're trying to fully digitize their exams. So yes, okay, AI can actually teach very well. That is just true. But at the same time, AI cannot be a role model. There is potential here. I don't know too much, but I do think this profession is worth mentioning. Teachers at international schools have amazing lives. Sure, there are some brats in class, but your job is literally social. You get to present shit you're interested in to a bunch of students who are forced to listen to you. This is also part of the reason well-paid teachers in international schools never shut the fuck up, okay? They're just so happy to be there. Okay, I understand teaching is not all glorious. I'm talking about the international school ones. These are extremely highly paid teachers, okay? And yes, there are other politics you'll have to deal with, like discipline problems, marking exams, deadlines, shit like that. But for the most part, you have good holidays and you have the opportunity to make friends easily, and you get like lunchtime, bro, okay? Imagine being a language teacher. This, in my opinion, is the best profession. Your job is literally to talk about interesting things to students, obviously in a different language. For now, AI cannot raise a child, and it sure as hell cannot get a child motivated to learning fucking quadratics, and it cannot be a role model. Only a human teacher can do that, okay? Last I checked, ChatGPT is not fucking human. Yet. Again, I don't know the future, okay? This is just another idea worth considering. Being a high-end teacher for some international school, especially in the fucking language department, believe it or not, is interesting. And if you have a technical degree, you can always teach 12th grade mathematics or physics. If you can get a job as a teacher in an international school, you are in business, okay? Good holidays, good pay, social connections constantly. What the fuck is there to not like? I mean, okay, there's a lot of stuff to not like, but you get the point. And you see, AI can actually do a lot of technical shit. This is why it is very scary. I think computer science is a useless degree right now. If you're getting a computer science degree, suicide, that's a joke. Don't do it. You get the point. But at least for now, it cannot really replicate the human touch. Again, I don't know, maybe in 1 decade from now, we will have sex dolls, super realistic sex dolls. I don't know, okay? But for now, being some kind of teacher, mentor, guider, or therapist was one of the things, is actually a pretty good idea. Salesperson, okay, combating loneliness, it is a very profitable business. And yes, we are heading closer to a dystopian society, open dystopian society. Thank you, Karl Popper and George Soros, for masturbating to this. You have really set the world on a better path. People are missing the human touch more and more. And for a long time, technical fields were prioritized. And rightly so. Human progress, baby. Okay? But for now, human fields are rare, okay? There is a huge push to get women in STEM, but not a push to get men in help. You get the point. So think about it. Thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.